September's crept up on us rather quickly. After an up-only August, it looks like we may be set for more of the same during this month. With Bitcoin looking to break towards 60K very soon, this can be the rocket fuel that we need for a full-blown alt season. There may be some temporary pain as BTC sets the standard and takes lead in the race, but then we will have a slingshot action for the rest of the alt market. So today I've got 3 picks for September: a layer 1 blockchain, a yield farming protocol, and an NFT project. So if you're excited for today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications on. Also, check out my Patreon, join via the button down below, and you can vote on which of these will get a full dedicated video next week. So first, let's start off with a recap of our August picks. They were, first and foremost, Luna. So let's just measure out the gains that we saw for Luna over the month of August, starting here on August the 1st, around $11 odd, and we went all the way up to roughly $31, about 183% gain for the month, and up to the peak here, around a 223% gain. A crazy month for Luna, in which we saw it break new all-time highs, and it subsequently started to flag out here, and it looks like it may start to move up again in the not too distant future. Second of all, we have Cardano with the ADA token. Now, ADA started the month at around $1.35 and rallied all the way through the month until September 1st, peaking out here at around $2.77, a 105% gain, and to the peak here was around $2.94, about 175% gain, and we've subsequently seen ADA break through $3 territory. And then last but not least, we have Engine Coin here, started the month at around $1.38 and rallied all the way up to just over $2, a percentage gain of around 46%, but to its peak around $2.23, which puts us in a 60% gain for the month. Now, just bear in mind, 10% in the traditional finance world is deemed as an exceptional year. So we can do these kind of gains numerous times over in 1 month in cryptocurrency. So always stay level-headed, make sure you take profits as we do accelerate towards new all-time highs, and your portfolio starts to look more and more juicy by the day. These markets are super volatile, so you could wake up in the morning and it could be 30-40% down. So take profits on the way up, and then you'll have a lot more funds on hand to buy back in when things do eventually turn bearish again. I think we're a ways away from that right now, but just have that in the back of your mind. So 3 picks for this month, and we're starting off here with Terra Luna once again. And this one, not necessarily to put in huge gains during this month, but to definitely have on your radar for a few reasons here. Terra recently announced that it's delaying Columbus 5, its major network upgrade, by 3 weeks. And this has meant that the price of Terra, which was looking so bullish, has started to dip. Maybe people are getting a little bit impatient with it, but also on top of this, it does mean that the Columbus 5 upgrades that would bring about a whole flurry, almost 60 new projects, starting up with Terra, and that would create huge demand for UST. And if you know about Terra, demand for UST burns more and more of the Luna token and thus drives the price. So at this moment in time, we're kind of waiting for this upgrade, and we've got 3 weeks to get ourselves ready and packed for this one. So to have on your radar as one to definitely move into if you've got funds on hand or if you have an early runner in your portfolio over the next few weeks. This is what I'm going to be looking to do, not financial advice. Say I have one that absolutely blows out the gate over the next week or so, I will take profits from those and redistribute those into the Luna token. I think it could be a laggard due to the fact the Columbus 5 network upgrade is now delayed. So we all know Solana put in a huge performance over the last, I would say, 6 weeks. Terra's TVL is now up to 8.65 billion. This is 2 times that of Solana's. Just to put those numbers in perspective, yet Luna's market cap is roughly 1/3 of Sol. So if the market would give the same valuations to Terra, the Luna price would be at roughly $200. And I think we'll get towards $200 and potentially even higher over the coming months when Columbus 5 goes live. So just some facts and some figures there for you to mull over. During the last week, they've also had some impressive updates here. So blockchain.com invests in Luna's $150 million Terra ecosystem fund. A lot of big names in the industry are backing Terra and this ecosystem, the likes of Delphi, for example, who famously called Axie Infinity very early, are major investors in here, and you want to be following that smart money. Additionally to this, Pay with Terra released their first easy to integrate plugin with WooCommerce, a massive e-commerce site. And then we also have the spotlight here on some of the upcoming NFT projects on Terra. NFTs typically drive up demand for your underlying tokens. So for example, Luna, you're probably going to need a lot of Luna to start trading NFTs and minting these when they go live on this ecosystem, and lots of NFTs in the pipeline confirmed. Then last but not least, over here, over on the Terra Analytics page, terra.smartstake.io is the place to come and see all these things. And if you just look on the right-hand side here, the Luna circulating supply changes. As more UST is demanded and required for the various dApps built on Terra, you have to burn an equal amount of Luna. So minting $1 of UST equals burning $1 of Luna. So over the last just 5 days, we had 184K, 38K, 176K, 90K, and 253K of Luna burnt just in that period then. So from the 9th of August, the circulating supply was 413 million Luna, and today it's down to 400 million. So 13 million have been burned over the last month. That is pretty damn incredible and a huge rate of burn, greater than that of EIP 1559. This is a deflationary cryptocurrency. So definitely have your eyes on this one for potential to move into if you get some early runners. I'll be performing some updates on my channel on Luna as this ecosystem is really going to kick off over the next month or two. Second up here, we have Donkey Finance. So Donkey and the guys over there are providing you with the opportunity to pretty much copy farm. So we know with eToro, you have copy trading. Here now in crypto, we have copy farming. Yield farming, typically a full-time gig for many sleepless nights, I know, spent tracking your LP positions, making sure that you don't get liquidated, you don't get smashed by impermanent loss or the underlying token getting dumped to oblivion. It's a stressful thing. So I think that having a copy paste approach to yield farming is something people will definitely hop on. And if this is successful, it could command a very large market cap. Current market cap, $22 million, up 23% on the day. If we look at where we are in terms of the historical context here on Donkey, only 3,500 holders, so this is still very early doors. Bear in mind they had a pre-sale as well, which would have got a lot of people onboarded. I think this is a good position to maybe start to look to enter into Donkey. What I do like about this one as well is the fact that they are keeping up with the trends here. So as we saw the BGLD, the Bloot Fungible Token, getting some real traction here. Donkey Finance tagging in Beanie Maxi, Who Smells Donkeys, BGLD yield farming opportunities. So they are keen and on the ball. They're getting some love here from Alex Becker, and their actual platform release goes live tomorrow. So if I just pull out this, launching the public dApp in just 1 day. So the date will be 8th of September. This goes live. And what I find interesting about this is that the token economics are what's going to drive demand for the token and mean the price goes up. So essentially, if you want to accelerate your rewards, you need to stake the Don Key token, ticker DON, Don. So what happens here is they had a system of accelerated rewards. This was posted just 15 hours ago, in which Don stakers will earn up to 100% APY additional on their yield farming profits. So while base profits are given in the farmed coin, for example, if you're farming on PancakeSwap, you're going to get Cake or Matic or whatever else you decide to deposit into. In additional, rewards will also be given in Don token according to the following tier system. So just to play ball with this one, you need to hold 100 Don in your wallet just to access that platform. So I think for a price point now of what, that'll be about $124. It's a pretty low entry level. A lot of people are likely to jump in on this one just to gain access. Then if you want to gain a 10% boost on your yield farm, you have to put down and stake 500 Don, roughly around $600. So the barrier to entry currently is very low. And if you want to go for the Hail Mary and 100% additional gains on your yield farming opportunity, which many people will degen into, you have to put down 50K Donkey. And this means $60,000 at the time of recording. So on 50,000 Don, this means that say you're farming on BSC, you're farming the BUSD strategy, which has a 30% APY over on PancakeSwap. Additional to this, you might take out the Cake strategy for 120% APY, but through the accelerated rewards, you will earn an additional 100% in DON on top of this. So for BUSD, you'll be getting 130%, clearly split up into BUSD plus DON rewards. And again, for Cake, you would then be getting 220% in rewards, 120% in Cake token and 100% in the DON token. And as DON token is bridged to new networks such as Polygon, AVAX and more, the accelerated APY will apply to those farms as well. So I like the fact they're going for cross-chain onto many of these very cheap and low-cost blockchains where you can actually go ahead and yield farm without paying an arm and a leg. And this has also been picked up by another project, Cyberfi, which we've covered numerous times on this channel, bullish on Cyberfi as well. So Cyberfi, the most advanced automated DeFi platform, will offer Donkey's low-risk BUSD strategy to its Samurai stake pad. So this represents the start of Donkey's B2B partnership in which external protocols route liquidity through Donkey to make the most of their strategies. So this looks very bullish for Donkey, and this means people are going to be buying up this token to use the platform and gain those boosters. I like these kind of tokenomics plays, and I could see this one easily pushing towards $100 million plus in market cap very quickly. So one to definitely have your eyeballs on is Donkey. And then my third and final pick here, we have an NFT play, but this one is actually fractionalizing real world finite art pieces and putting them onto the blockchain via NFTs. And they've built out their own NFT marketplace and they have their own token. It is called EcoFi. And this one, which is rather luckily, I guess, has been dumping over the last 24 hours. So I did dive into this one to see what has been going on, as I've already invested and I didn't like to see my portfolio going down. But it does appear over the last 24 hours that some whale has started to really unload and they are almost out of coins at this point. So I saw that this was tanking and then I came into Dex Tools to look through all of the sell orders because this is pretty much only really on Uniswap. There's also a centralized exchange called Bbox that you can buy on, but I haven't used Bbox, so I buy on Uni. And so I had a little look through there, found the addresses, and there was a couple of individuals who had dumped. One is totally spent, and the other one has very limited funds left to go. So clearly they've fallen out of favor here, but this does represent a good opportunity to possibly get in. Of course, not financial advice once again. So the engine of NFT commerce, wrapping real world into NFTs. Now, these have managed to actually procure real world fine art pieces from the likes of Pablo Picasso, Vincent van Gogh, Keith Haring, and even I've seen Banksy over on their Telegram as well being mentioned. And they did post up a little picture of a Banksy picture coming through. So this one will probably be added over the coming month. So you can actually get access to owning some pieces of art that you probably thought you would never be able to get in your lifetime. And they do this by putting them on the blockchain, fractionalizing them into say 100, 500, 1,000 pieces, and then you can own a percentage share. And so as we've seen with the uprising of OpenSea and people aping into NFTs left, right, and center, these guys are doing something slightly different with real world art. And I'm sure many people who have got big bags of ETH and big bags of various NFTs on ETH would probably like to own an original Picasso, an original Banksy. Can you imagine the FOMO when one big player steps up and says, look, I just bought this Pablo Picasso original from the EcoFi marketplace. So I think this one maybe has some good legs in it. Now, this is actually based on a 2-token model here. So essentially the first token, the Eco one that we just saw, with a ballpark price of around $7 right now, you need to have this one in your wallet and you need to stake it via their staking contract up here. By staking Eco, the EcoFi platform offers Sprout, SPRT, every second at a generation rate of 200%. No gas to claim it, it will just airdrop into your wallet. And the Sprout token is the fuel that allows users to generate fine art NFTs via Hyper Object. This one not yet live, but the Hype marketplace is live. So stake Eco, get this token, and then you can start purchasing NFTs. Additional to this, if you want to mint an NFT onto the marketplace, you need to do that by paying in Sprout. So real reasons to own the Eco token and start staking it. Over 70% of the circulating supply of tokens is currently staked. Now, one of the lead guys here, coordination and project management, is Kevin Monahan. So Kevin Monahan has a huge bag of experience and is an OG in the crypto scene. Prior to founding EcoFi, he co-founded MyCrypto, coordinated operations for My Ether wallet. I'm sure anyone who's been here from like 2018 or earlier has personally used My Ether wallet. So this is the brainchild of that project. So this is the Hype marketplace. It is live and kicking, and you can see here they have an Andy Warhol original, the Che Guevara piece, and this has been split into 500 NFTs. So you can own one 500th, two 500s, 10 500s, or you can try and buy the whole 500 pieces from this marketplace. You can pay in the SPRT token or in Ethereum. And with this, if you can own all 500 pieces, for example, and the same with any other piece on here, you own all the NFTs to represent the piece. They will physically ship you the artwork as well. So you can own this one. And as you can see up here, this is a certified piece and will come with all the relevant certificates. Now, these guys have also recently announced a partnership with luxury fashion brand Luxo, another big name on the blockchain. Again, an ETH absolute OG runs Luxo. So very interesting to see how EcoFi and Luxo are going to partner up, bringing together fashion plus art in the NFT realm. So very excited to see what happens with this one. They've also talked about putting, for example, ownership of cars onto their marketplace, homes onto their marketplace, and a load of different things like that. So as we know, NFTs are blowing up, but fractionalizing real world assets into NFTs is where this space is going to head. So this could be one of the projects at the forefront of this, and you can own a piece of this by buying up the EcoFi token, ticker ECO. So there we have it, my 3 picks for the month of September. We will check in again next month to see how these perform and what updates that they make. But let me know down below which of these has piqued your interest. Are you going to get involved with any of these? And which is your favorite? Again, come and check out my Patreon, link down below, and you can vote on which of these gets a full dedicated video next week. I will see you in the next episode, guys. Thank you and goodbye.